How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm Mo, and today we're getting it painted. But before that, and of course this is going to go up as a separate video as well, we're going to do a quick unboxing of the newest expansion for Zombicide 2nd Edition. That is Squid Game. I always say Squid Games. I don't know why, because I feel like they're playing lots of games, so it should have been plural. Either way, we're going to go ahead and just open up, show you guys the minis, because of course I do need to get a couple of them painted, because I plan to play this as the next Zombicide game on the channel. I'm debating between either the scenario that they just posted, so Guillotine posted a special scenario for this, or the actual tutorial type scenario that they did during Gen Con. So you guys let me know down in the comments which one you would rather see played on the channel. Likely those would be the less played because everybody will probably play what's in the book. If you want to see the first mission out of the book, well, then just tell me that, and I guess I'll play that one as well. I'm also debating about additional abominations because the one in here, you're not supposed to spawn him again because he's got a rule mechanic where he auto spawns anyways, unless you kill him with a Molotov, and then he's not supposed to come back at all. I guess I could just keep making him come back. Somebody else got promoted and is now the front man. So with that said, let's go ahead and flip over first to do this unboxing. So there we go. We are looking at the box for Squid Games, an expansion for Zombicide. It is for, of course, Zombicide 2nd Edition. Don't know how well it would work with 1st Edition, but I do want to make another video of how to convert your 1st Edition to 2nd Edition. Again, let me know if you'd like to see how to do that. But here we go. We are trapped on a mysterious island where every step could be your last. So you can see here what we're going to be going through, your cards, your minis. Is expansion for 2nd Edition, which for me I feel is weird. I feel like they could have built this off of the, Army of the Dead core game, or they could have done both, right? Put both cards in here like they've done before, because I feel like the Army of the Dead is, well, dead. It's that one particular edition. This would give more options to that game, and of course you're using 2nd Edition as well. But there we go. We will go ahead and get her opened up, and then I got to figure out what to do all this while I start painting. So here we are on the rule books and the missions. Hopefully it stays zoomed the entire time. I know I've had that problem when I'm using my big lens. So of course we have our overview of why the outbreak has occurred on the island, and basically says your new enemy types. These guys are guards, or considered guards, so they'll have their own. I forgot to go through this. I completely skipped the table of contents, which is nice, and the items that come in the box. Well, unboxing when it's not a planned unboxing. But they are considered enemies for all intents and purposes according to the rules. And then there are 3 different types of new guards that we're going to be getting. We have the worker, which is 1 action, 1 wound, 1 damage, 1 adrenaline, and they are the same as runners. Soldiers, 1/1/1. They're the same as runners. However, they have a special rule where they attack within range of 0 and 1, so they're basically ranged attackers. Then you have the manager, 1/1/1, same as runners again. They attack within range 0 and 1, but whenever a manager's card is drawn, before they are put on the board, all guards, so these 2 here and any other managers on the board, all get to activate. So this is like activation upon activation, and there's of course a limited number of minis for these. So if you want to prevent running out, you probably have to buy 2 of these boxes just to stop that from happening. We do have our new abomination, which I talked about, which is the front man. 2 damage to eliminate, 5 adrenaline, only gained when eliminated with the Molotov. So if you just beat him and he runs off the board, you don't even get any experience for that. He is considered the same as runners, which is, I think, different from most A-bombs, right? But then at the beginning of the zombie phase, all guards within his line of sight are going to perform an action. And then if eliminated by Molotov, he is permanently removed. Again, if you want to keep it thematic, I guess you just bring him back. And like I said, somebody got promoted. But otherwise, then you will place his miniature starting zone at the end of the next zombie phone. In the starting spawn zone, so I guess spawn zone 1 is where he will come out. We do have the doll. So the doll is basically going to play red light, green light with you. So it has 2 modes. You can't damage it, but to eliminate it, you need to be a guard in uniform or a manager mask. Throw a Molotov into her zone, and then you get 5 adrenaline. She ignores The doll is ignored in priority order. The doll cannot be moved or attacked except for the Molotov. But she basically, the same as the game, she's basically looking in line of sight and then going to do things to you. She has a range of 0 to 1 when tracing line of sight through buildings and zone. However, it can see through walls, cannot see through walls and closed doors. And then to make it thematic with the TV show, which I've watched season 1, I haven't watched 2 or 3 yet. There are going to be special zones. The special zones are going to be based on the games, so they're each going to have their own special rules there. This rule book is available on their website if you want to, actually read through it. And then new survivors, they are going to let you play with the frontman, the worker, the soldier, and the manager. But of course, if you're playing as them with this expansion and having them come out as well, you are basically going to be limiting yourself by one spawn, one character spawn. And then this is probably the thing most people are excited about. And I'm actually going to try it out on the channel so I can show you guys how this works. But basically you can play with less than 6 survivors. Some of the later games have allowed this. Dead Man Tales actually implemented this similar. And then Zombicide was always designed, or Marvel Zombies was always designed at 4 players. You could make it 5 or 6 and just add another spawn zone. But you're going to basically have action tokens. And then, so you give everybody an action token. If you have 4 survivors, which is what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint 4 of them tonight. Then you get 2 extra activation tokens. So you can choose who's going to take those 2 extra activations to act as a 6th player. The only downside is that you are going to be living on the same amount of health, right? You're not getting extra health. You're not getting extra anything else by doing that. And then they gave you these new tokens to show who is activated and who has not. Skill changes. So the Tactician Master Planner, during the player phase, the survivor may flip their own activation token to its activated side of another survivor. Note this might make a survivor activate twice in a row. So normally you can't activate twice in a row, back to back, which is why in the 2-player game, you actually only get 2 extra tokens. You actually, if you played 2 survivors, you're only going to get 2 extra tokens, which is 4 instead of the 6. And then this goes over the special zones again. And then, of course, you have your missions. So you got 1 mission there, 4 tile. 1 mission there, which is 6 tile, but 2 zones. 1 mission here, 6 tile. Mission there, 4 tile. The Kill the Doll mission. And then a mission there, 4 tiles. All right, and then nice little player order in the back, which is nice because they put the order. Well, what's weird, though, is it says this is the Brute Abomination, but it actually said that the front man is considered the same as a runner. So they didn't put that there. That would have been nice if they would have done that, but that might have caused confusion, although it already causes confusion. So I don't know what they're planning. So new tokens, the activation tokens, the zone tokens, and then they gave you a new spawn because of the white. Now, again, you don't have to use white if you have any other color. Like I've got some custom 3D doors and stuff if you go watch the Zombicide play or Marvel Zombies. So I'll probably just use whatever color I have, but they do give you some more doors too. All right, and then this is 36R, some nice care packages all around, and then 36V, which has the bridge game. We have 37R. Which is the stairs. One other thing I missed in the rulebook, but there are these security cameras. Any room that has a security camera, you cannot search in those rooms. Then this is the... I forget what this one was. I've forgotten the games. It's been so long since... I'll have to watch season 1 again before I watch season 2 and 3. Probably should watch this before I play this, which is probably going to be 2 weeks from now, because next week I've got Arkham Horror and Marvel Champions. But that is 38R and 38V. So I remember this was where they... Was this the marbles? I think this is marbles. And then one of these was where they were doing the cookies. I forget where the cookies were. And then we have 39R and 39V. All right. Go over the... I guess we can go ahead and zoom in a bit now. There we go. So if anybody wants to screenshot or see that, so that's the front man, born leader, +1 action, +1 free ranged, distributor, +1 damage range, +1 free combat, and zombie link. It's got your nice little description of what those are. So there's your born leader description and your distributor description. And the manager, brother in arms, +1 free search, +1 action, +1 die range, search 2 cards, +1 free ranged, born leader, and taunt. And there are again, nice that they put these on the back, that way you know what they're doing. Soldier, brother in arms, +1 max range, +1 action, +1 free ranged, sniper, +1 combat, slippery, and webbing. Well, I say it's nice that they put them back here, but they only put two of them on there, right? They didn't describe slippery or webbing on the back of his card. Worker, brother in arms, roll 6, +1 melee dice, +1 action, +1 free melee, charge, +1 free combat, shove, and sprint. Do they all have the same hit points? Yeah. So nobody's got a little bit extra health, and then brother in arms and charge on the back. Right, and then our spawn cards. So we have the front man. So start a zombie phase within line of sight. So it's got your rules here: limited, Molotov, remove. But I don't think they didn't say. Well, they couldn't put it on the back. You have to use this as your spawn card. They didn't say the priority on that. The new item, marbles. What is that? 3 of those. The guard uniform, so that gives you some slippery, plus, again, you need it for the doll. Then we have Dalgona, so the cookies. You can heal 1 wound. Oh, gain 2 actions and heal a wound. Oh, that's nice. So for my items, I always just include pretty much everything in my item decks. So these are all going to eventually just be in the deck. Then you do have some new weapons. The MP5A3. And then there's the manager mask. So again, if you also have guard uniform, you gain slippery, and guards and the doll ignore you when targeting purposes. May be used in the backpack. And there's only 1 of those. That's gonna be hard to find. Kim backpack lunch. So again, the bigger your item deck is, less likely you're gonna be able to get that combo. Discard either 3 AP, eliminate all non-abominations. You got 3 of those. All right, and then so you do have a new for workers, for soldiers. VIP mask is your red. These were blue. I imagine these are fixed. I know there was an issue with a couple of the expansions where these were reversed. I personally don't take enough notice to know one way or the other, so I don't care. But yeah, so that's red and black. The weapons are red. And then player 456's jacket. So he, of course, is the main guy from the show. Then we have Walker Rush. Or Worker Rush. I said Walker. Worker Rush. A regular worker. 2 of those. Soldier. 3, 4 of those. 5. Holy cow, 5 of those. So, well, that makes sense because the walker, you get the worker, you get the rush. Then your manager. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And then the explanation for the young he doll, which is nice. Always have player aids. How that works. So yeah, so that explains how it works. And then that is basically, it says it's the rest of how it works. The red light, green light position. And then the front man. So here we go. So they did give 1 for the front man. All right, so it tells what his priority order is. And that's just a plain card. And then these explain all of the special zones and tokens. That's what was that? That was Colorful Stairs, the Pit, and they just have the icon on the back. Playground, the Marble Village. That's it. All right, and we will go look at some minis. You get over there. I guess we'll look at the doll first because she's the big one. So there is our doll. About normal detail. It's a little light on detail, to be honest. But the thing with this is for the red light, green light, you don't turn her. They did make it a 2-part. So you can actually turn that. So for painting purposes, it doesn't even come off. So for painting purposes, you want to make sure you probably are very careful with the paint around there, or at least kind of give it a couple spins. It seems on there, and I can't get that off. So that is her. We'll only do one of each. So this is the triangle guys, what were the triangle guys? Soldiers. So these are the ones that do ranged. They each have they have the shape on the bottom. I don't know if I like that or not. People in the Discord were talking about it. I'm not a fan one way or the other. I guess it kind of makes it easier to know who's who because they're all going to be pink. They're in different poses. If you don't paint, I could see it, but if you paint, maybe not. But yeah, so not bad detail. But again, these are small, and all of your Zombicide minis are small, so the detail is there. It's just hard to see even when you're painting them. Then this is a square, so this is the manager. So, but again, normal. I would say normal CMON quality, but this, I mean, of course, was originally made with CMON probably before they sold to Asmodee. But of course, Asmodee brought this out, so they were the ones that were involved in the final proofing and making sure everything looked good. So the quality of these are good. We know that the quality for the Dead Man Tales is going to be good, and any other little stuff they come out. I think people have seen some fantasy reprints where the details are a little bit sharper. So that tells me that Asmodee probably had the molds recreated for the fantasy line to do that. So we will have to paint. I'm going to show you guys my paint idea for these guys in a second. But we are going to have to paint 3 of these normal. I'm not painting the rest of my zombies normal. But 3 of those are going to have to be normal because we can use them. And then there is the front man with his mask and his cell phone. Or I guess it's a walkie-talkie. Looks like it's got a little antenna there. I'm going to say it's a walkie-talkie. He's going to be easy to paint. He's going to be all black, except for his face mask. So one more thing I guess I'll show you guys before we do this is what I mentioned for my zombies. So my plan is just a wash. I've seen a couple of people do this for a wash. While this may seem kind of plain, the idea is that I will also be doing everything a different color. So these are the walkers. This is first edition. This is second edition. I've got all of them, so I'm going to paint them all. So it just shows enough, a little bit of detail. And then, of course, I'll paint the bases, the color they need to be. And then these are your... This is the... I have to go with these guys. The black ones, first edition. And then these are the runners, right? They're a little bit more of a bluish color. We have our... So for me, I have... The daily spawns and the special looking ones, I wanted to make more MVPs just to make my game more fun and easy and hard at the same time. So the regular MVPs are going to be this little tannish color. No, that's not you. Where's the runner MVP? There he is. The runner MVPs are going to be this medium brown. And the brute MVPs, or VIPs, or whatever you want to... I think they're VIPs in this one, are going to be this dark brown. Basically, I'm going to treat them as 1. This counts as 1 for the trade-in. This counts as 2 for the trade-in. This counts as 3 for the trade-in. You know, just for purpose of that. The rest of them, again, are very close to their colors. I think this is the only one that's not. Because that's my green that I've got, and it's a more fitting military green. The yellowish guys I'm going to do like this. The dead, I forget what these are called in first edition, right? You can come back to life. I'm not going to play that in second edition, so I'm just going to turn them into a spawn. So I'm going to make them all red because these are the ones that have 5 hit points. So I want them to stand out that, hey, you need to kill those guys. These are the toxic ones. They're a little bit too dark right now because none of these I've done the second part, which is a final dry brush. So the final dry brush on top of these guys will be a nice bright color like that to get these little toxic guys going. And then this was the one... Yeah, these are the ones from the prison outbreak. So they're kind of an orangish color. And same thing, I will be dry brushing these more orange so they look less brown like those other guys. So, of course, that means these guys are just basically going to be the speed paint magenta color that I've got and do the same thing with them. So, that's that. Got to roll this over just for real quick. Of course, that's Extra Life live stream. By the way, we are supporting Extra Life charities if you want to do that. But of course, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little outro. So again, if you like this unboxing, make sure you subscribe. That way you know when I go live with the playthrough of a Squid Game. If you want to see more Zombicide content, of course, let me know which is your favorite and what you want to see down in the comments. Again, I asked a question at the beginning about the Abomination. Let me know what I should do about the Abomination or what scenario I should play for Squid Game. Again, let me know down in the comments. Until next time, guys. Peace.